Active Citizens Media Platform. Today is a good day that the Lord has made. And of course, we are going to be talking about God and Nigerians as at today. So welcome today. But let me also use the opportunity again to introduce to some of us who are just coming in today. The active citizen goes beyond identifying problems. We always said we want to talk about solutions in 2025, but we want to go beyond identifying these problems. And we are going to also look at it from the perspective of a catalyst for action through collaborative discussions. Participation in our program will develop strategic solutions tailored to the communities that we intend to reach. Unique needs. Cooperative society that we always talk about will play a critical role in implementing the solutions that we are talking about, leveraging their networks and resources to drive the necessary change that we're talking about. Welcome to this, today's show. We'll be talking with the chief here in the studio, and of course I have Angel with me, who obviously is going to be joining to make sure that some of the issues of prayers and the prayers of Nigerians are actually dealt with. But before I introduce my guest who is waiting patiently, let me take Angel to say his welcome address.
Welcome to the program Hope Alive. Sit tight, relax, let's discuss.
Yes, as you join us on the discussion today, we are joined by Sir. Let me get, you have several chieftaincy titles, and of course, I want to make sure that they align with the way people who know you will understand the dignitary who is with us today. So let me take a very, just a moment. That is Sir Dennis C.A.K. Mezier, who is, of course, a high chief of Anocha. Nsobondo Okap. I think you will be the one to, give us precisely. Isobondo, exactly. Isobondo, okay. Yes, and of course there are several titles and where you have been. I've been trying to get that very, all the accolades that goes with your name here. So it's just not been this. But you're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
Yeah. So today we'll be having a very quiet discussion that is centered on what Nigerians think, and there is a trending issue currently about what Dele Farotimi, who has tweeted something that has to deal with Nigerians and the prayers and whether they are waiting for answers. But let's take that very tweet so that you understand where I'm coming from. Because from that tweet, we'll be able now to dive into the discussion that has to do with Nigerians, their prayer every day, like you say, they are prayer warriors, and we want to take it off from there. So let's get this thing going straight on the screen. Now we have Dele Farotimi, who obviously we know has been on the news lately for good reasons, and some people say for bad reasons. Now he said that God is tired of our brainless prayers. He has already answered all our prayers, and he is waiting on us to get to work. That is it. A lot of reactions to this very tweet by Dele Farotimi. And so let's start with that, Doc. Now, let's leave the brainless prayers out of this. I believe that Nigerians have been doing quite a lot of prayers in different denominations, as the case might be. But let's take it from the angle of that God has already answered these prayers and is waiting for us to go to work. Which, of course, that's why we are active citizens, and we are now starting to take up the mantle of the work.
Yeah, thank you very much. And let me also commend Dele Farotimi for his taking action, which is a part of where we are here too. Yeah. And then for trying to wake up Nigerians to own their own initiatives and then display it all bring it out for others to
taking up the mantle, you know.
And importantly also, let me commend him for the new position he was given by Afenifere,
okay,
which is part of what we are to say today, that when you work or when you are challenged, every challenge has a benefit, and such benefits will be for the good of the people. And that's part of this movement, that we have been challenged as Nigerians, and we need now to be more active as we were before, so that we'll be able to get what God has given us already. I think that's where Rotimi is going.
Okay.
God has given us enough resources, enough manpower to challenge our environment.
Okay, I'll be coming back to you shortly on that. I'll take you up on that very this thing. But let me get to Angel on this, because women are actually the prayer warriors, and in every street or every pole that you cross by, you must see a church, and you must see people who are praying, sometimes from morning till in the evening, and the prayers are now going. Now, like I said, let's take out the part of the brainless prayers coming from Dere Farotimi, and let's focus on God having answered the prayers, and we should get to work. Exactly. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I agree with Dele, because God have answered our prayers. The next thing is for us citizens to be active, to hold our leaders accountable. Yes, we need to hold them accountable, because we can't keep complaining, dwelling in regrets. No, we need to do action, because if we don't show them that, oh, we are the active citizens, we voted you people inside there, they can't react.
Yeah, and again, talking about the blessing that we are talking about, that God has already answered the prayers. One, we are not experiencing the tsunamis that is happening in the West.
Nigeria are blessed with natural resources.
We are talking, whatever you want to talk about is here. So we can say the prayers are actually answered.
Exactly.
So why are we not getting to work?
Because of bad leaders. Now we have to get to work. That's why we're active citizens.
Okay, I take you up on that. I'll be coming back to you now. Doc, let's again look at it from the perspective of the expectations of the people who call themselves the active citizens like us. We are taking up the mantle to, on this 2025, not to go into the discussions of the problems of Nigeria, but trying to set out a solution by looking at the strategies that may bring back power to the people back. Because judging from what has happened in different elections in the past, we know that power has left the people. If you look at the last election in Edo State, you discover that a lot of people, a lot of vote buying did occur, even international, local, everybody, saw what happened. So power left the people, but to be able to bring that power back to the people, people need to work, like Dele emphasized. What is your take on the strategy of using a grassroots structure to move up, and not from the top going down, but getting from this grassroots up, like the project that we are undertaking right now that has to deal with collaborating with cooperatives for inclusion on the federal government constituency project, for them to actually partake or even have an oversight function as far as these projects are concerned. What is your take?
Well, thank you. And let me also once again commend this movement for trying to reawaken Nigerians to national development through this very critical national discourse. As citizens, we owe ourselves the duty to be alive to our responsibilities, civic responsibilities, and then that of being ourselves to be able to bring up what is in us and then display it within the context of collective responsibility for development of our nation, Nigeria. And that is part of what this, I appreciate the movement for trying to bring cooperative society. You call it a coalition.
Yes, sir.
And when you think of coalition, it means our son, the other guy, the musician said collabo.
Collabo, yeah.
And that's what makes me on and face the challenges,
Beautiful.
not by complaining.
Yes.
And they put it back to the government, the federal government.
Who is calling and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, Doc, I think where a lot of cost includes all stakeholders. Don't you think that it will go a long way in bringing about transparency, accountability in the part of the people who are officials?
That is those of National Assembly, particularly the House of Representatives and the Senate. Then marry them together so that you'll be able to, at times I will use the word, size them.
Okay, I'm Dr. Ferdinand Cyril, Nnamdi Azikiwe University of Nigeria.
Okay, Doc, welcome. Please, can you've been listening to your fellow doc who is here with us and trying to analyze the issue of some people saying Nigerians being docile, and we also have the trending issue of Dele Farotimi, who envisaged.
For me, Nigerians are one of the worst citizens in the whole world. Their docility is a terrible one. You see, Nigerians are the kind of citizens looking for God to country in the human form to find food at their table. And I pray that Nigerians will begin, because when we want to do a thing, if a Fulani man is in power, all Fulanis will rally around him and said, Igbos and Yorubas want to kill their brother. If a Yoruba man is there, others will say they want to kill our brother. So that is the problem of Nigeria is the best thing for Nigeria is to be a united nation under a centralized government like the United States, so that everybody will be free to harness what they have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and God bless you for you voicing your opinion on this, and we're hoping that other people who are docile will hear from you that the fact that they need to wake up. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Kemi.
All right, thank you. Okay, Doc, we have this very caller. I think he says something that is very distinct. I don't know if you want to comment on that. The fact that Nigerians are the worst terrible country that does not hold their country. What do you say about that?
Well, he's entitled to his own opinion and his own perception. However, as we always say,
it's a work in progress, yes, I believe.
That Rome was not built in a day. And with this constructive engagement, this organization, Active Citizen platform will provide, will now help to, as I said earlier, reawaken the consciousness of Nigerians to their responsibilities of owning their country and then be able to deliver it from the shackles of. Remember, Nigeria independence put Nigerians in a state that they felt that what's supposed to have been done earlier were not done. So Nigerians moved fastly from nationalism. They couldn't get patriotism. They couldn't achieve it, actualize it. And then that's part of what Dr. Muche Ferdinand is saying. Well, that's why he said that maybe that made that comment he made. If Nigerians were maturely trained in the act of national patriotism, imagining from nationalism to patriotism, and then owning their country, owning their nationhood, then they will be able to, they would have recovered earlier than being tsunamied into the civil war that escalated the level of ethnicity, as already said. So this is the time for us to do what? Using this platform of active citizens to be able to actualize what we have lost in the past. I think that's my own take.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. Angel, from our caller, I know you have your mother do but I think he's right on point on certain issue. We agree with him on Nigerians being docile, but I believe that what we are doing is reawakening, like Doc said, reawakening the people to say that, hey, you have the right, you are the one who is, sending the people out there, and you can get your power back.
Exactly.
And through the project that we're initiating in collaboration with the Coalition of Cooperative Society, I believe that will awaken the people up to take action.
Yes, I also agree with him about tribalism. Yes, Nigeria being tribalistic. You understand? So everyone so far is not from our tribe. Also religion. You're a Muslim, you're a Christian. No, we don't want him. We don't want her. So that also contributed for us Nigeria or citizens being docile. But I know that with this coalition, we are already awakened. I won't say we, but we are already active now, knowing our rights. Oh, there are projects they are supposed to do for this constituency. So where is it? We begin to ask questions. Oh, we couldn't see it. Come and show us. Oh, there is not. Then we have to hold the person representing us accountable. Yes, we want to see it. We want to participate because we voted them in. All
right. Okay, Doc, one of the final things I'll come to you. We have this very project that we're working on by the active citizens. Is starting from Anambra State. We are looking at a scenario where as we are collaborating with the cooperative societies across all the local governments in Anambra State. Now, the idea is to have a structured town hall meeting of each senatorial district happening, starting with the Anambra Central Senatorial District, where we are expecting that all the stakeholders in 7 local governments will converge to discuss a key thing about the inclusion of these local grassroots businesses into the already 2024 federal constituency projects, to bring about, to ensure transparency, accountability, and all of that. Do you is a good thing to bring all the stakeholders in a senatorial zone district together to have a discussion on how their communities could benefit the more on the projects that has been either provided or brought about by the federal government?
And I will say that I'm so glad that I've had partners in business of citizens' engagement, as I said earlier, constructively, so that they'll be able to own back their nationality as individuals, nationality as part of the people of the nation.
And stop being victims of Nigeria.
Stop being victims and complainants. Things are not being done well. Take up the mantle of leadership, because some people say power belongs to the people. Yes, we have been alienated in the past, and this is time, which our people will say taubo. And what I enjoy most about this active citizenship is that it is moving down to the grassroots, using the cooperative societies, which, if you go back to history, is part of what Ndibo earlier in their achievements in the past. For this time, it appeared that it has been lost. That's where also you get the training of Eba boy, the training of
apprenticeship,
the training of collectiveness, inclusiveness, which we in the mobilization process we say let's get them through their various sales groups. In political science, you say let us departmentalize them, and then the various components. And then be able to, my friend will say, scatter and gather. You scatter them, you gather them, put them together, and then be able to achieve more. And that is collectivity. The power of cooperative society among the Ndibos is now being reawakened. It's already before, but it died down. And you align it with what our people will say, Onyaga na Wanne. The principle of Onyaga na Wanne that left us earlier to Nkem Delem and Nkem economy. So if this organization moves faster as it's moving. Active citizens. For us that have retired in service, but we are very still active. For those that have retired in the military, but they're still active. How do we engage them?
Yes.
Bringing them into the various respective cooperative societies of common interest.
Everybody has something to contribute.
You put in your own. Is it intellect? You have the financial muscle? Bring them together into our old system of doing things in Kabunkanyi. And then from there, we move forward. So the town hall meeting will be a welcome development in the 7 local government areas. For myself, I belong to Anocha local government.
Oh, good. You'll be part of it.
And we have been trying to. I retired from Federal Ministry of Information as Director of Protocol and Public Affairs in National Orientation Agency. So this is part of what we suffered. Call them to give account of their stewardship. They will run away.
Okay.
But with this persuasive method of communication, we will now be able to bring them back. And I think they will enjoy it more than you.
I believe that you are an elder statesman, and judging from your active service and now that you're retired, have you had any?
Not tired.
Yes, not tired. I want to know whether you've been involved in any town hall meeting where either the senator representing your senatorial district or the House of Rep member, you said from Anyocha, yeah. So in that constituency, have you been opportune to be in any of those town hall conversations, or have you witnessed any?
Well, it will be in two ways. The ones they organize for themselves, by themselves, they will attend. But the ones that the public will organize for them, I said, with my experience as a member of National Orientation Agency family, call them, they will run away. They will feel that you are trying to indict them or bring them to the table where people will know what has actually happened. You are saying constituency project. Do you know initially people think that the constituency project belongs to the elected members of National Assembly? Now that you have brought it open, that is owned by the federal government for the people.
Yes.
So clever ones among them will do what? Tap into it and then get into action and be able to recover from the past of running away and then being part of what is going on. But so the collectivity of cooperative society and citizens' engagement, whatever angle, we now marry two of them together. Both the leader, they are leaders, and then the led. And then the led will now see clearly and be able to operationalize what their elected officials are doing, and then be able to do what? Get into mutual coexistence and mutual relationship in such an ecosystem that will help to bring better development and welfare of the people.
Thank you very much, Doc. And I hope to see you in the town hall meeting, and I will expect to also see the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District, which is, by the way, distinguished Senator Victor Ume, and I will be expecting all the others to be there, at least to talk to their constituents.
I owe you the duty of mobilization process. That's the scale the federal government equated to me.
Okay.
I will mobilize, and I assure you that Senator Victor Ume will be willing
to be there. Thank you very much.
Even the members of House of Representatives will bring them. The problem our people at times have is how do you approach them? Most of them are afraid of them. So why would you be afraid of the person you elected?
Exactly.
Now it goes into to explain how we are they elected.
Yeah.
So that's for another day.
All right. Thank you very much. And we have been talking to Sir Dennis Chukwukelu, aka Mezie. He's a PhD holder and he's a high chief. Madubu Oyibo na Anocha.
The senators we are saying,
okay.
there.
Nsobunde.
Ndo.
Ancient Oka Kingdom. He's a chief researcher, fellow / chief research fellow and analyst, Universal Center for Community Dialogue and Citizens Resource Management. Thank you for being here,
and
sir.
That's what I said there. Let me be part of this family.
Thank you very much for being a part of the active citizen.
Thank you.
And for you viewers, thank you for being with us. That's as much as we are going to take right now. Until tomorrow, when we come your way again, I'll be having Angel to say her greetings as last of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my active citizens. Our time of long silence are over. It's time for us to wake up and be active in the politics of our today. Yes, we need to hold our leaders accountable, our National Assembly leaders, both the senators, the House of Reps. We need to hold them accountable in united voice. We need to act, and now is the time. Like, share, subscribe. Let other active citizens know what is going on, that the time have come for all the cooperative societies to come together in coalition. Thank you so much. We love you, but God loves you more. Bye for now.
Yeah.